what made the change from where you were to your journey to where you are right now?
So slowly what happened is it backfired. The work stopped coming in.
For a lot of people, when you hit that bottom of failure, it's very harder to shift the mindset to try again. And
Failing is very important.
what does legacy mean to you? What's the legacy that you want to leave with us?
You're making me cry right now.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Stellar Talk Show. Today's episode is all about the kind of story that reminds you anything is possible when you bet on yourself. Even when you're starting from nothing but a dream and a whole lot of grit. We are calling this one From the Ground Up because today's guest is living proof that where you start doesn't define where you end up. From the driver's seat of a truck to losing his first business to now becoming a powerhouse in the mortgage and real estate world. Ayzaz Ahmed Islam is here to share the raw, unfiltered truth about resilience, real trust, and rebuilding a life you're proud of, brick by brick. So if you ever felt like you're behind, like you failed, or like no one sees your vision yet, this episode is for you. We are talking pivoting to pressure and how honesty builds real business, supporting your family while chasing your dream, and why every loss is just a step up for your next win. Trust me, this one hits different. So grab your coffee, your journal, or just your full attention because you're about to get inspired from the ground up. Let's go. Hi Ayzaz, welcome to the show.
Hey Stella, thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you.
It's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So take us back to where it all started. It's very inspiring to hear, you were a truck driver in the beginning.
Yes.
And what made the change from where you were to your journey to where you are right now?
So it started off actually before even trucking. I was in construction, but I didn't do construction for too long.
Okay.
It was maybe like 2 years on and off. I did some concrete forming, did some framing work and some painting, and then I got the trucking from there. And how that happened was I was working at a site and some truck driver pulled in, and it was a very tight spot, and I seen him do some weird things back and forth, and I don't know how he was doing it, but he backed up, and I was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do, right? And that's when I got into it, and I started off as a driver. Obviously, it was very tough to get my license originally when I started. When I got it, I started off as a driver. I worked for somebody for about 2 years, 3 years, and then I bought my first truck after that. I became an owner-operator, and I started doing long hauls. I used to go to Alberta and back. Long hours, obviously, because you're always on the road, you barely get to see your family and stuff, right? And from there, my brother wanted to join in as well. So he went and got a truck license, and he hopped on with me. So now we're both doing it. So we're like, okay, let's grow, because if I'm doing it, then we can buy another truck, and we could just do one you, one me, right? And we're on the road all the time together.
This is long haul trucking?
Long haul trucking, yeah. So Alberta and back. It was within Canada. I didn't touch States too much.
Okay.
Right? I know everybody wants to travel to States, but I stayed in Canada mostly. So we started doing that, and then it went well for a bit, right? And then we decided to do our own dispatching, and we bought our own trailer. And we're like, okay, let's do our own dispatching, let's do our own invoicing. And the ball started rolling. But what happened is, as you're getting older, you need more manpower, right? And people are trusting you with work. That means they're giving you more work, right?
Yes.
And if they're giving you more work, you need to be able to accommodate to their demand. And we didn't have the equipment nor the manpower to grow that fast, as fast the work was coming in. So we have 2 trucks and a trailer, right? 2 trailers. And then the workload demanded having 4 or 5 trucks, right? And we weren't financially stable to do that. We'll just go downhill from there, right? So slowly what happened is it backfired. The work stopped coming in.
Oh, okay, because you were not able to keep up with
the demand, right? The work stopped coming in. And we pushed for almost I'm gonna say good year and a half. This was being in business, right? We tried it. And then eventually my brother is like, listen, this is not working out, and we gotta do our own thing separately from our company, right?
I see, okay.
So we shut the company down, and he just took 1 truck and I took 1 truck, and we just worked on our own. I still have the truck actually. So we did that for about 10 to 12 years altogether.
I see.
I was in trucking for about 13 years altogether. And we left it, and that's it. Yeah, that's how I started rolling, my wheels You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and that's amazing. Thanks very much for taking the time to share that. So, for a lot of people, when you hit that bottom of failure, it's very harder to shift the mindset to try again and get to that ball rolling and keep aiming for the next and what's next, right?
Yeah.
So, for you, what was that pivoted moment look like? How were you able to shift your mindset from when that happens to where you are right now?
Personally, I think failing is very important. Like I know, like as bad as it sounds, it actually puts you on a next step. You fall, you learn something, and you move forward. You learn something again, you move forward. I think if you're not failing, you're really not trying. You're not putting your efforts into something.
100%.
You have to actually fail. Like then you know that you've touched your limit, right?
Yeah.
So I failed in construction, I believe, right? I learned a lot from it. Like I do my housework on my own. Like I have repairs to do. I do drywalling, whatever the case may be. I could do it all on my own. I don't need to hire anybody or a contractor, right, to pay somebody. I could do it all on my own. And then when it comes to trucking, I failed a lot there. I learned how to do business, how to be up early in the morning, like 4 in the morning, be on the road, right? Stay awake more longer hours, right? Sleep less, all that, and talk to people from all different ethnicities and different regions of Canada, all that. And I wouldn't call that a failure. I would call that maybe it helped me in becoming what I am today or moving forward from now, right?
Yeah, that's inspiring mindset. That's really good. So you took the good out of it and you left the rest.
100%.
And you move forward with the good.
100%. And that is how it should be for everybody.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah. So tell me, like when you switched gears from trucking to business ownership and to like what's next, you were initially thinking about real estate. And,
yes, I was, yes.
And then you said, okay, let's move to mortgage.
Yeah.
How did that happen? What was that move about?
First of all, I like how you said you shift gears to switch to a different topic. Okay, so what happened is I was originally interested in real estate.
Yeah.
For like I would say about 3 years from my transition from trucking, when I was thinking about leaving it, for about 3 years, I was leaning towards real estate market. And the thing is, the course is long. I can't do trucking full time and then focus on real estate. It doesn't work. Like there's no time for life after that, right?
Yeah.
So a friend of mine came to me and gave me an idea that why not go towards mortgages, and because it's a shorter course, move towards that, build that, and then from there go to real estate slowly. Because it'll take me longer to finish the course. Because it's about 6 months to 2 years to do that course, right? Even if you take your time with it, right? So then I went towards mortgages from there, and it just so happened God, I don't know, God did a miracle, and it's working out for me better.
Yes.
And I don't think I want to lean to it. Nothing is wrong with real estate. I know you're in real estate. Nothing's wrong with it, but I think I'd rather just stick to the mortgage aspect of it.
Yeah, you're the numbers guy, right?
Yeah, I like the numbers.
Yeah,
yes.
Real estate is not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and same goes to mortgages. Not everybody is thorough in mortgages as well, right? So that's why, like, when I talk to a few mortgage people too, like, when one person says maybe or no, wondrously someone else can get it done for us. So definitely, talking to different people give different perspectives, and same goes to real estate as well, right?
Yeah.
So there are unique differences, unique expertise that we need to explore, and choose the best person that vibes well with you, and carry on from there.
I know there are like realtors that have, and mortgage agents that have both licenses, right? But honestly, for me, like being in mortgages, I can't find time to do real estate.
Yes.
I'm not sure how it's from the realtors aspect. Do you have time to like go into the mortgage aspect of it? Like,
no.
It's very difficult to do both, But there are people that have licenses. Maybe they're like silent in one of them, but I'm not sure how they're working towards it, but
it's funny that you said that, because I got my mortgage license first, but I never practiced.
Oh, so you did? Okay.
Yeah, I did. I got my mortgage license first, but I never practiced because it was not the area that I felt like that I would thrive in. So I continued in banking for a few years after that. Then I said, okay, I'm going to get into real estate. That's where I'm actually really vibing, and I can see myself grow. Yeah. So as you mentioned, when you have both, like I felt like I should take the mortgage license again once I was in and doing business. But as you mentioned, no, you can't. if you do that, I feel like for myself, I'm talking for myself, I'm doing dishonest for both, because I can't give my best for both.
To either or, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give best for what I'm good at.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna continue, and I'll let you do your mortgage thing.
Yeah, because you're gonna burn out. Eventually, sooner or later, you're gonna burn out from doing both.
Yeah, exactly,
Right?
exactly. But okay, tell me, like you mentioned before, like when you started in the mortgage career, your first deal was a failure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Tell me a little bit about that and how you overcame that. I know what was the mindset at that time,
Yeah.
and did you learn anything there? What was the pivotal moment there?
So my first deal, I wasn't too knowledgeable, I would say, right? But I tried, right? So I tried from the best of my abilities to help the client. The client had, I can give an example of what happened to the client. The client had high debts, and the income was good as well, but the debts were very high. Okay, so they were like barely meeting, and whatever the rental income would have been around the mortgage payment as well, the same, right?
Yes.
But I was telling them it's better to wait and lower your debts a little bit, so you can be comfortable. Because when you own a house, it's not just the mortgage you gotta worry. You gotta worry about like maintenance. You need to have time for like lawn, or if you're gonna hire somebody, they gotta mow your lawn. You gotta pay them. Other repair bills come up. You own the property. You gotta maintain it somehow, right? So I was telling them that it's not in their best interest to go for that, right? And I was very honest about it. And what the lady did, she got it done, but not from me. She went on and she found someone who would do it for her, and I'm fine with that. But what I learned from that is, I believe I did nothing wrong. Like I tried my best to accommodate to her. I gave her a game plan, how to move forward towards it, but there's nothing on my conscience about it. Like if something happens and she, God forbid, like leans towards like a bankruptcy or a consumer proposal, like at least it's not on me that, hey, I made that happen. I ruined their life for the next 4 to 7 years, right? Or with their kids, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. God knows what's gonna happen, right?
Yes.
But I don't want to be responsible for that.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Like, you don't want to be house poor.
Exactly. Yeah.
When you're getting into a mortgage, right?
Yeah.
So I think you did your part well, as taking the time to go through the details, because when somebody is shifting from renting to owning, there are other costs apart from the monthly rent or the mortgage, like property taxes, the maintenance if it's a condo, and you need to look at the whole picture and the income and see if that balances out really well. And breaking it down to someone who's intending that pathway is the right thing to do, in my opinion, because then they will be able to understand and grasp what is next for them once the mortgage gets approved.
Of course,
yeah. So it's the right thing that you did, but whatever suits the client's best, right?
Of course, 100%. Yeah.
Most definitely.
I lost the deal though. I was very happy about that. I'm like, I got my first deal. Let's get
but
this
you
going.
learned a lot.
I learned a lot.
Yeah, that's the win, right?
I learned a lot, yeah.
So you also mentioned to me when you're talking to me about mentorship and why it's important, especially when you're changing gears, getting into a new career. The mentorship being in that circle, the circle of influence, in other words, right?
Yeah.
Why is that important, and what did that do to you in your career?
Honestly, it completely molds you. So like a person who knows what they're doing, and if they're your mentor, I'm sure you had them too, right? Mine are like Ram and Rabia, like honestly, they're God sent, okay? They're amazing, like guiding you through every deal, making sure how to talk to a client, how to structure a deal, what documents to ask for, where to send the deal. The most important is where to send the deal, which lender to choose, right? All that, a new person does not know it. Like, I did not know it. I'm still learning. Like, I barely I think I've barely touched the surface of it, right? I'm still learning. I got a lot of learning to do on it. But had somebody not mentored me, I would have probably still been sitting on my first deal, trying to figure out what to do next. And that disheartenment, like the way you feel when you lose a deal. Like the first deal I lost, I'm like, oh man, this is not for me. I was better off in trucking. At least I seen something coming in, the results were coming in every day, right? This way, there's someone telling you it's okay. It's part of the game, Somewhere you're gonna get some, you're gonna lose some. You move forward,
Yes.
That's the way it is. And mentorship is like, I think it's top.
It's very important. No, I agree with you. So, like as you mentioned, I also have my own mentorships that within the brokerage and above. So the mentorships, the coaching that you receive from the very beginning to have that mindset, and also to level up in your career, because there's so many thousands of mortgage agents out there,
Of course.
thousands of realtors out there.
Yeah.
How do you outshine, and how can you be not competitive, but come up, level up to be there for your client when they're available? That mindset shift is very important.
Very important.
Yeah, and to have that mentorship is very important, I would say.
Of course, 100%.
Yeah, being in that circle, seeing what their day looks like, the routines, the best behaviors they practice, and try to grasp and learn from that is what actually brings the best of us, I would say.
Yeah, of course. Even the communication, like you have to know how to talk to a client, right? Not just client, like leads that are coming in. You have to have a communication that sets you forth, like, okay, maybe not now, but in the future it's going to happen.
Yes.
How to make that transition happen from now till the deal is closed. Maybe it could be a year from now,
Yes.
2 years, but you have to be sitting on that lead for a while, right? You have to nurture it.
Yes.
Right? And how to do that, that comes from mentorship, all of that.
Definitely.
There's no way I could have done it. Like in trucking, I can barely remember people.
Yeah.
Right? And in this industry, I remember like, hey, you know what? Oh, remember, I got to contact that person. Make sure you follow up with this person. Send an email, quick reply. Send a hi, hello, how are you?
That's
Happy Eid, Merry Christmas, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, those things matters. The human touch matters, especially in an age that we are like so AI thrived.
Yeah.
The human touch actually definitely makes a difference.
Of course, 100%.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So I want to also ask, when you are in that entrepreneur mindset, and a lot of people who are in that space, we always talk about the winning, the goals, the what's next for me. But you also talked about the sacrifices that you made to get yourself to where you are right now and to continue your journey through that success. What sacrifices that you had to make through that journey?
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about that. Why is that important, do you think?
So, I think sacrifices need to be made in every career, no matter where. If you want to be successful in anything, they come with it. It's part of the package, right? The sacrifices mostly that I have had to make is family time, to be honest with you, right? And okay, if we're talking about hobbies, I don't really have much hobbies. I never really did. I'm just a gym guy. That's it. I work out. You guys should work out too. It's good for you.
You look good. You look good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So it's mostly family time. Before, when in trucking, I couldn't give that at all. Because when I'm on the road, I was gone for like 1 to 2 weeks at a time. So there was nothing at all, right? Just phone calls, video calls, and that's it. Being in mortgages, at least I have that. Hey, you know what? I can work a certain amount of time, certain hours, and my kids are here, wife's here, family's here, parents are here. I can give them this amount of time, and then go back to what I got to do.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing replaces that time, honestly. No matter how much money you make, because once those people are gone out of your life, you're not getting them back.
That's true.
Right? So it means a lot to me.
It gives you the ability to spend the time where it's needed.
Where it's needed, exactly.
Where the most value is.
100%.
Most definitely.
And that is your family, right?
Yeah.
As much as people think it's money, it's really not. It's family.
It's family, most definitely. Because end of the day, what we do, the goals of being successful is, end of the day, is to bring it back to your family.
Of course.
Because you want to be an outstanding individual for your kids to look up to. Yeah. And also, leave a legacy for your family to be proud of.
Yeah, you can't take the money with you.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta leave it somewhere.
That's true.
And they're gonna miss you more than the money.
No, that's true. It's not the money, it's the memories that matters.
Exactly,
the time spent. So what inspires me is I have seen you bring your family, your wife, even right now, your wife, your kids, to wherever you go, even like business meets, seminars and things like that.
Events.
Why is it important to you, Ayzaz? Do you think that makes a difference?
Okay, it's important to me because growing up, I never really had that. Like, I'm not saying that my parents did an amazing job, alhamdulillah, like raising me up, right? But I didn't have that networking with people, a one-on-one, the professionalism, right? The professional setting, I didn't have that. I see that potential in my kids because they're very outgoing. They talk to everybody, and I think I should bring it out of them more. Like they go to events with me, they network more than I do. They talk to everybody. They give my business cards out, right? Yeah. They're more into it than I am, and they push me. Like honestly, the first one I ever took them to, like they were like about 300 realtors there, right? The event, right? And they were the stars of the show, of the whole event. They were with their mic. They were like, "Oh, use my papa for mortgages and stuff like that." And it was an amazing feeling, right, to have that. And I think it was a way people connected with me as well, because they're there. The kids they see. I think people see, like when somebody brings their kids to a place, they see a family.
Yes.
Right. So when they're looking at me, working with them,
Yes.
they know that I'm looking at a family as well, right? It's not just me I'm worried about.
It builds the personal connection much stronger.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing. And I have seen them. They're wonderful. They're beautiful
you.
girls growing
Thank you.
up, right?
Yeah.
You know, bless. So tell me, like in today's economy that we are in right now, and you know, with the trades and you know all the interest buzz and everything, from a mortgage industry, Ayzaz, if you're giving a piece of advice to anybody who's an homeowner, an investor, or like a first-time home buyer who's like thinking about stop renting and buying right now, what will be a good piece of advice that you would like to share with them?
Okay, I think right now is the perfect time to buy a house. I don't see it getting any better. Actually, I think it might get worse if they don't get into it right now, right? House market is low, house prices are low, interest rates are low right now. They're not the lowest, but they are low, right? And they're obviously, you can always go back and renew in a couple of years or lower your interest rates at a time. But the house price, once it goes up, it's going to go up. And the reason I'm saying it might go up is because RBC already put up their rates a little bit, right, for fixed, right? So if you don't get in now, if people don't get into the market right now, they're gonna miss the boat.
Yeah.
You know, and then when they miss the boat, they're gonna be like, oh, I wish the house prices were lower.
Yes.
You know, or the interest rate wasn't that low at that moment, right? I think right now is the time to get into the market.
That's true.
And I think you guys should get in.
Yeah.
If I could, I would buy a couple of properties right now.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I got you. Okay.
No,
I know where to come.
No, I was going to say, like, you know, interest rate is a number that fluctuates all the time. You know, I mentioned this in many of my other episodes as well. Like, you know, in 1980s, like interest rate was 20%.
Yeah.
People still bought.
Yes.
Nothing stopped because, you know, at the end of the day, housing is a basic need.
Of course.
Everybody needs a house. You know, that's where your comfort is, your memories are. That's where your life thrives, right? So having that piece owned to you is very important. So if an interest rate, a number that fluctuates all the time, is going to stop you, I would say just change your lens and look at it in a different lens because truth be said, like the big investors or the people who has come a long way before us, what they have said is like you make the most of the money not when you sell but when you buy, because the lower price point is more important.
Exactly. Yeah.
To have that bigger sale
in the future.
The future, right? Yeah. So most definitely, I agree with you. This is a very good time. The prices are much favorable for home buyers. Interest rate is not 1.99 as we did see in the COVID times, but you know that's an unusual situation for for the market to have.
It shouldn't be a deal breaker.
Exactly. It shouldn't be a deal breaker. It's a number that fluctuates. If it's within your affordability based on your household income, and if you have the down payment, nothing should stop you.
Nothing should stop you. No.
Exactly.
It's better than paying somebody else's mortgage.
Exactly.
Right?
Most definitely. So thank you very much for sharing that.
Yeah, no problem.
And Ayzaz, tell me, what does success mean to you? Like, you know, you've done, like, you know, I've seen you as someone who made it and, you know, and made it again.
Yeah.
Didn't give up on yourself. So for you, what does success look like and what does it mean to you at this time in this space?
For me, success would be when I can call myself stable in a way where making money or not making money isn't really the main concern for me anymore, right? Success is when your family is there and that means more to you at that time than a deal would.
You're a family man.
Yeah, I guess I would like to say that.
That's great. That's amazing. You know, because you know we don't see this side every day. Like what we see is the person that we see for mortgages.
Yeah.
The person who brings, you know, wakes up every morning and you know be present for their clients, to who matters the most in the financial side of it. But we don't see the other side. What happens in the family? So it's very nice to see that you have like in-depth connections with the family, the importance that you give there.
Of course, yeah. So success would be that. Make sure your family's happy, you're happy, and work is there. It's always going to be there, right? That not to say that you should refuse a deal or tell somebody you don't got time for them. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Yeah.
But you got to prioritize what's more important and do it at that time. And when you're able to, when that prioritizing becomes normal, I think that is success.
That is amazing. That's a wonderful. That's a really good way of looking at success for yourself and for others. Most definitely. So, if I was to ask you, what will be a good piece of advice or a note that you want to leave our audience with today with this ever-changing economy that we're in right now and the market trends, what would that be?
It will be to not give up. You know, tough times don't last, tough people do. You got to keep moving and make the best out of your times. And there's no way you're not going to make it, right? The only way you're not making it is if you give up. And that should not be in your mind at all. Just keep pushing yourself. I know that times are hard right now. Market is bad, but that is not the end of the world, right? It's gonna get better. It's been bad, it's been worse. Like Stella said, it's been 20% interest rates before, right? And it's been better. And people have made money in the real estate market. Not just that, like the entire economy, every job is down right now, right? But that doesn't mean you should give up on it. You gotta keep pushing, and time will come where you'll thrive. 100%.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you very much for sharing that. So let's change gears again and talk about what does legacy mean to you? What's the legacy that you want to leave with us in life, in business, in family? What does that mean for you, and what would you like that to be?
For when it comes to business, I want to be the person that someone can say he could have got it done, right? We should have gone to him if he was alive. Yeah. He would have been the guy, you know? No headaches, transparency, like smooth process. It would have been him, right? That would have been my business aspect. For kids, for family-wise, it would be more like I wish he was still here. Right? You know, I wish he was still here. Yeah. You're gonna make me cry on this podcast. That is her goal. It's gonna be like I wish he was still here, or whatever he did to his best of his abilities. He put us on a level. Yeah. Right?
So just striving your best to be the best person that you can be in every role that you play on a daily basis.
Exactly. That is the end goal, yeah.
That's a really good legacy to have, Ayzaz.
You're making me cry right now.
That was not my goal.
Okay, that's fine.
But that actually shows how sensitive and sensible you are, right? That's amazing. That's a very good personality to carry. That legacy is beautiful, Ayzaz. Leaving and being the best role in every role that you play on a daily basis for your family, for your clients. That matters the most. So it's a beautiful 100%. Legacy to have.
Yeah, thank you.
So Ayzaz, thank you so much for taking your time. Sitting down with me, sharing your story and your legacies to build, right? Yeah. And that's amazing. And I hope this inspires a lot of our audience today as well. And thank you again so much for coming in and talking to me today.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Most welcome.
Okay.
Wow. If you're not feeling fired up right now, go back and play that episode once again, because that was the realest conversation we've had in a while. Ayzaz didn't just drop mortgage knowledge. He shared a blueprint for building a life from the ground up, one built on truth, trust, and never giving up, even when no one else sees your vision yet. If today's episode hit home for you, if you felt seen, inspired, or just a little more capable than you did an hour ago, do me a quick favor. Share this episode with one person who needs it. Your brother, your best friend, your younger self, whoever comes to your mind right now. That's the power of paying it forward. And hey, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a quick review. That's how we keep these real stories rising to the top and changing lives. Because let's be honest, we are just getting started right now. Comment below, I'm building from ground up too. Let's get the conversation started. Let's cheer each other on these comments, because community wins over competition every single time. Thanks for tuning in to Stellar Talk Show. I'm Stella Ram, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, keep going. You got this. Thank you for spending your time with us on the Stellar Talk Show. We hope you found value in today's episode and gained insights to help elevate your lifestyle. If you enjoyed the discussion, please like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who could benefit. It means the world to us. Until our next episode, stay inspired, and I'll see you soon on our next Stellar Talk Show.